Hello Stampers, today I have for you a pre-order haul, a few sneak peek items from the new catalogue, which is this. Absolutely lovely, absolutely stunning. I'm so excited. I cannot wait for June the 1st when I can order the other items that we weren't allowed to pre-order. There are so many in here. As you can see by my cute little owl post-it notes, there is a lot. And that's only half of it. There is literally more inside that have been starred and exclamation mark, I must have this. Absolutely amazing. I've had my catalogue bound and a protective cover put over it just to make it more durable. A lot of the demonstrators do this because we're constantly looking at it, looking through and using it in workshops and classes. So I just went to my local printing shop and got that done. It cost me £3, so I thought why not, and it'll make it more durable for me. So the items I'm about to show you, most of them are from the new catalogue or being carried over into the new catalogue. I'm sure you've already seen a lot of the videos on YouTube where demonstrators have bought probably everything that was available to us and they've shown you what they've purchased. We're not allowed to show you inside, as I've already said, but we are allowed to show you the items we've purchased and products or cards that we've made using those products. So unfortunately you're going to have to wait to see the inside of this. But it's not far away, so you'll see it soon. Okay, so to start with, I've picked up some basic extras, as it were. So I've got some Tombow Mono Glue. I have a catalogue launch tea party coming up, where everyone come in will get to do some make and take, some new catalogue products, and they'll get a new catalogue. So I've picked up some more glue, just so there's enough to pass around. Worst thing is when people are waiting for glue. So that's that. Memento black ink. I've got the stays on black ink because I use a lot of alcohol markers when colouring in images on various cards and projects. So I wanted just regular black ink that's not going to damage my stamps when I'm not using the alcohol markers. So that's pretty much basic. And I've yet to try the Stampin' Write markers. This is a set, I believe this was from Halloween, so it's Old Olive and Pumpkin Pie. It was in the clearance rack, so I got it at a really good bargain. But I thought it would be perfect just to try it out and see how I go. It's got like a more fine tip one end and a brush tip on the other end. So these are our gorgeous new in colours. Now when I first saw them, I wasn't all that fussed. But the more I've looked at them and the more I've looked at projects being done with them together, I actually really like it. I think it's fresh. I think it's just really nice colours. So we've got Fresh Fig, Berry Burst, which are the colours you can see all over my hands, Powder Pink, Tranquil Tide, and Lemon Lime Twist. Now with this, I did pick up the cardstock pack, which you get 4 sheets of each colour. This is the A4 size pack, which is really good to get. And I picked up one in every single ribbon, and this ribbon is finely woven ribbon. So there's one in every colour there. And you get quite a lot on there. It's 10 yards of each ribbon. And that's just gorgeous. It's just absolutely gorgeous. So I've got all the colours to match the in colours. I've got all the ribbons and the ink pads. Now also with that, Stampin' Up used to have paper stacks, which were one for each of the in colours. Then you'd have them for the neutrals and the regals. They've done away with that now. That's no longer options, which I'm actually really sad about. They've come out with this paper pack instead, which is Fresh Floral Designer Series paper, and this is the only one that's featuring the in colours, which I'm a bit bummed about because I'm not really a floral person, and as you can see that's really florally. And I'll try and show you. You've got one of each colour. Let's see how I can pull that out. Got one of each of the in colours, but one side's like less florally, I guess, and one's very florally. So this pack has 40 in. So it's a big pack of 12 by 12 paper. And it's really nice because it does fit all the colours. I wish there was an option for someone who's not as florally. I don't know if it's just me, but I was just, oh really, florals? Another thing to keep in mind when buying this pack is that it's got a kind of distressed look on this side. On the less floral side, there is a distressed look, and I don't know if you can pick that up where it's dark here. There's a light patch here. So I know a lot of the demonstrators have been questioning, saying, is it meant to be like that? Yes, it is. It is meant to be distressed. So once you've cut the cardstock and using it as your background piece or whatever you're using it for, it won't show up as much if you don't like that distressed look. I'm not too worried about it. I quite like it. Like, you've got quite a harsh dark line here, but I think it's quite nice. It won't fuss me. Like I said, I'd be cutting it anyway and using it in the background, so I like to layer up my cards as much as possible on most of my projects. So that wouldn't bother me, but just so you're aware, it will have a distressed look to it. Right, now onto the stamps. Timeless Textures is carrying over into the new catalogue. I absolutely love this stamp set, and I wanted it before, but I wanted to wait and see what was going to happen because I wasn't sure if they're going to bring out a new texture one or whether to get this one. Those of you who do watch my tutorial videos, you know I love all these little dotty background stamps. I use them quite a lot when doing my own background kind of design. So I had to get this. This has been on my wish list for a long time, and I was like, it's time to get it, I need it. And the other one I got is a new one. It's Crafting Forever. Now, Stampin' Up! Has an angel policy where if you're making cards with the Stampin' Up! Images or making products to sell, you need to have this Stampin' Up! Symbol on there. We used to have a stamp set called Best Than Email which did the same thing, but this one is absolutely amazing and it really appeals to the crafter. So you've got everything from stamping, artistic, you can do scrapbooking, you can do pen pal stuff or planner addicts, you know, sewing, and there's some really great sentiments to go with that. Do something creative every day, crafting forever, housework whenever, we are cut out to be friends. So some really amazing images that you could actually use to make cards, and I've got some projects coming up that will be uploading quite soon, which is using both these sets together to make just some really funky cards using the new in colours. So that's a really great set to get, and a lot of people are jumping on this purely because it's so crafty, and it's nice to give a crafter or a crafty fan something to do with crafting. Now, the last things I've purchased kind of comes as a sweet, and it's a pretty awesome one. Now, as you can see from what you can see so far, it's pretty rustic, and rustic's quite in at the moment. I absolutely love this paper. I love using wood texture paper for almost anything, and this stack is amazing. And a lot of these are the same colour, both sides, not quite the same pattern, but the same colour. And I'll tell you why in a minute. So in this set you get 48 6x6 sheets, which is a really, really, really good offer. Now, the Woodwords stamp set and the Wood Crate framelits go together as a bundle. Really, really cool. When you first look at this, you might think, it's not all that. Once you realise what it goes with, you will love it. I wasn't too sure when I first saw this, but now I'm just hooked. And you're probably thinking, what is that? Well, this makes this a cute little wooden crate, and you can put all sorts of gifts in there. So in here I've got some walnuts, you can put chocolates in there, you can put bath bombs, nail varnish, little mini bottles of alcohol, all sorts. This would suit anyone, any gift. So as you can see, I've already been playing with it. This magnetic sheet, I just buy magnetic sheets off eBay, cut them down to the size of the sticky sheet that was in here, which these were on, and then it just makes it easier rather than me trying to keep ripping it off. It's easy to come off and it stays in place. I know I'm not going to lose any, so that's what I did there. So this set plus the wood crate, which as I mentioned was double-sided, because when you make your little wood crate, this is another one I did at the farmer's market, you got the wood design inside. So that is really, really cool that they've done that purposefully for this. But like I said, you can also use this for all sorts. You can make cards with it, you can do scrapbook pages. You don't have to just make the crates out of it. So that's a really good set to get. And I also picked up some copper trim, which is 5 yards. This is pretty cool. This is what I've used around here, and I've used some twine just to stick that on. But as you can see, I've kind of pulled it slightly to give it a different shape. And that's because this wire, or it looks like wire anyway, pulls apart like that. You can shape it how you want and then just pull it back again and it goes back. How awesome is that? That is really, really cool. It goes so well with this set. And that is it. That is my haul for today.